Before we get into it though, I did want to remind you that I am now on TikTok. And I think I'm gonna post personal attention, role plays, more on TikTok, and like whisper ramble stuff on YouTube. I am also gonna post some role plays on here, but I think that's just the vibe right now. So if you're into that, Michelle's Whispers ASMR on TikTok, first of all, and I'm also gonna post like mini tarot readings there. Second of all, I am now open for custom tarot readings. If you want a private reading, you have a question, a love, career, whatever related, you can email me. My email is always linked in the description, but I'm only gonna do custom tarot, no other custom videos, okay? And I will give you a reading. It can either be soft spoken, whispered, my normal voice, and we're gonna talk about the pricing and everything on email, okay? Yeah, I've done a couple of readings, and it was a lot of fun, so definitely hit me up if you want a private reading. Basically, you're gonna get a video with a private link, and I will send you the link, and then you can watch the video as many times as you want. So 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute reading, but you can watch it over and over again whenever you want. So okay, gotta ground myself here for a second. It is crazy because I'm also gonna talk about manifestation a little bit, and funny because I just made a video about that like not too long ago, and you guys have been wanting me to talk more about that as well, so it's kind of gonna go hand in hand. Okay, my last update was in my very first week in Portugal. I had met hopefully I remember all the names. If you didn't see that video, you should go check that video out, because that's kind of like the basis. I'll give you like a little background, but most of the stuff that happened was after that video. So all the background information I talk about in that video. So we have 3 main characters, and we also have a 4th kind of like side character, and we have one that, I mean, okay, I have a lot. Okay, I'm like low-key scared that one of these guys is gonna see this video, but I mean, everything that I'm telling you, I would tell them in person too, if they asked. I wonder if they're gonna know like who they are, because there's really only one that I'm like super invested in, or like interested in, and the others, I mean, it's just kind of like fun little stories. That sounds so bad. It's not what I mean. I'm gonna explain it to you, okay? I mean, I find it all interesting, but first I want to talk about Paris Boy. Okay, so if you did not see the video and you don't want to watch it, although I would highly recommend you do that, there was a guy that I met in the bus station in Paris. We looked at each other, smiled at each other. It was kind of like a love story moment, and then we texted, and he invited me to go to Belgium with him, but he canceled because he couldn't, and I was kind of glad because that would have been this upcoming weekend, and I just got back to Germany like like last weekend, like on Sunday. It was a long bus journey, and I think that would have been a little bit too much and have to catch up on filming. I'm so sorry guys that I was not that consistent in Portugal. I will talk about that in my life update, the wind, and like there's just certain factors, but we're back, okay? So he asked me, do you want to go to Belgium? Like, he just really wanted to see me again, okay? The only problem that I see with that connection is, and I don't mean this in a bad way, okay? I'm not trying to like shame anyone, but it's the English, because although his English is good, it's lacking, and it's sometimes hard for me to understand the vibe over texting with the English. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure in person when you have the gesturing and the mimic and whatever, it's different, but I'm so high energy, guys. I hope it's still relaxing. I'm gonna try to speak slow. Okay. It's a little different, but texting, you kind of gotta get a feel for yesterday. So after that, we were just kind of texting. I was like, we'll see if we're gonna see each other again. That the first 3 weeks of August, if he watches this, he knows exactly who he is because no one else told me this, but I don't think he will ever watch it. I hope. Let's just hope, guys. So he texted me first. He's off the first 3 weeks in August, and he wants to, like, he has vacation the first 3 weeks of August, and we can meet somewhere in Europe. He doesn't care. So the thing is with that, guys, I want to go back to Portugal in August, and there's other people I want to see in Europe too, and I have a friend in Manchester that I was thinking about visiting in August. I need to text her for like a week or something, you know, but on the other hand, 3 weeks is a long time. You can maybe find a weekend or something. I don't know. I just told him I'm down for it, like, let's just see. But we didn't make any set plans, and I also don't want to really make set plans yet, just because I don't know what's gonna be in August, you know. Like, I am kind of thinking like hot girl summer, like what do I want to do this summer, but I mean, I'm open to it, so we're gonna see with that. So I might see him in August, first 3 weeks of August, so we'll see. Okay, then little story time. Liam. Okay, so Liam was the guy that I kind of told you my last video that him and I, by the way, these were not their real names. Obviously the guy's name is not Paris Boy. Obviously the guy's name is not Liam. But I'm not gonna tell you their real names. I'm gonna keep some privacy here. Okay. Although I'm sure you guys would love to know what they look like. I'd love to stalk them and stuff like that, but no. Just gotta be okay with the gossip that you get from me. Okay. So, Liam. So he was the guy he lives in Portugal. However, he was visiting as a family, so he was not in Portugal. Besides the last week that I was there, he came back. I'm getting into that. Did not have a happy ending. However, we were texting. The first 2 weeks of texting were actually really cool. He asked me some really deep questions. We texted a lot of back and forth texting. And he asked me such thoughtful, deep, good questions. I was really impressed. You know, Gemini conversations are stimulating for me, so I liked that, right? And I felt like we were forming a connection, even though we were just texting, and he told me the same thing. Law of assumption, guys. Law of assumption is real. I'm gonna get into that, but basically I was thinking the whole time, wow, we're really connecting, and then he confirmed it and texted me wow, we're really connecting. So I was excited for him to come back to Portugal, but the last couple weeks before he came back, he stopped texting me a lot. So I just kind of assumed, law of assumption, that he's probably just busy with family and stuff. But I did think it was kind of odd that we went from texting all the time, every day, texting deep, talking about deep topics and stuff like that, to not barely texting gets there. No, wait. Yeah, so he gets there a couple days before my birthday. On my birthday, we hang out. It was like in the afternoon. And we just basically, the funny thing is, the whole time, because we always talked about the beach and stuff like that, I wanted to have a beach day with him. And that's exactly what we did. And then, I don't know, guys. It must have been me manifesting this, because beforehand, I told my friend, I'm like, I think this guy Oh my gosh, I find myself so funny sometimes. I'm just in a good mood. Okay, so oh my gosh, guys, like please, when you watch this, let me know who are you rooting for. Please. I want to know your guys' opinion. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about Jake. Okay, I'll tell you that Jake, like my very first dating gossip out video was about Jake, and last video so many of you guys told me break it off, and I broke it off, but I will tell you that because it's like not that much to say at the end of the video. So let's get into the new tea. Okay, so I asked him, okay, because I was like, why would I wait for his message? I felt empowered. So I asked him, like, do you want to go out? He's like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, he seemed very interested, very interested. My friend was also super optimistic, and then my unconfident, negative, doubting voice literally manifested the opposite. Because my friend kept saying, it's gonna happen, you guys are gonna go on a date, blah blah blah. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Had I known the things that I know now about manifestation and law of assumption, I would have not said that. I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. Like, I was doubting it. I was highly doubting it. I don't know why I was doubting it, because there was no reason for me to doubt it. Like, he was like, yeah, sure, let's do it soon. However, okay, so he's like, sorry, there's like background noise. I can't help it right now, but I have to keep filming, otherwise I'm gonna run out of time. So hope you don't mind. So he's like, let's do it, right? And then I end up not hearing from him the entire week. Obviously, I didn't want to text again and be like, hey, because like I don't do that. I don't chase after people. Like I took the leap and asked him, even though he told me he was gonna message me, and then that's all I can do, because I just like, I don't know if it's pride or whatever, but I don't do that. Okay, I don't chase after boys. I don't chase after boys. So, or people in general. Some fabric sounds for you. So then this event that we went to was every week, and you guys have to keep in mind this place where we were staying, this town. Oh my gosh, I really hope you don't mind the background noise. There's always some sort of noise here in the summer. I literally can't help it. But this place where we were staying is very small. It's a very small place. Kind of like where I live here, but like there's actually stuff going on. Like there's like 10,000 people that live there. So you end up seeing the same people over and over again. Like literally after 3 days of being there, we ended up seeing, like, we gave them names, like the surfer boys and this and that. Like there was a guy that lived in our building that I thought was cute. basically I was like, okay, I guess he's not interested, then whatever. So I kept working on myself on other things, right? So don't worry, the story with Matt is not over. It's not over, and it's just gonna show you that circumstances do not matter, and you can manifest anything and anyone that you want. Okay, so fast forward, last week there was another guy, his name is Tim, Austrian guy. Now I like literally whatever, if he sees it, whatever. And also the night of my birthday, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna get into both of these. Okay, so Austrian guy, I liked him, cool vibe, met on a dating app, hung out in person, and then I went like skating with him, like sunset skating. Fun fact, this was so crazy. Okay, no, first I'll tell you the Tim story, because otherwise I'm gonna get it all confused. And he was the first guy that I made out with. I didn't plan on that. I hung out with him to skate and to chill, and then he just kind of went for it, like pretty forwardly, which is why the Liam thing like really like surprised me, because like the other two guys, one of which you're not gonna expect, or like whatever, I'll get into the other guys were so forward. That's why I thought Liam's vibe was kind of weird, because he did not, I guess I didn't put any effort in either, but anyway, that's another thing. I did think he was kind of cute. I liked his vibe, but I did not hook up with him because I just didn't feel like it. There's no, I don't know, I kind of put him in a friend zone like the first time after we talked, but then like when we hung out and stuff, it was chill, so I made out with him. It's gonna sound so confusing, but yeah, we just made out, and then he drove me home, and we're still texting casually. And I mean, I like this guy. There's like really not that much to that, but I don't see it like going anywhere. Like, would I make out with him again? Maybe, but I've got my eye on other people. Anyway, okay. You guys know that song? I've got my eye on you. I've got my okay. I'm having way too much fun. Is there such a thing as way too much fun? I don't know. I have like 15 minutes left, so I have to speed this up a little bit. So if I talk faster, I'm sorry. It's because of that. Thankfully, the background noise stopped. Okay, so then night of my birthday. Okay, so we are keeping in mind. No, okay, I have to start somewhere else. Okay, so like I would say 3 to 4 days before meeting, before my birthday, I told my roommate how annoyed I am that Matt didn't hang out with me, because how is he gonna know if he likes me if he doesn't even hang out with me? I was like, if he hung out with me and then realized he doesn't like me, fine, but he didn't even hang out with me, and my ego could not take it. Like, I wasn't like obsessed with it, honestly. I kept forgetting about it and then ran into him, like, because also fun fact, when I went to the skating with Tim, I went to the beach, took a picture of the sunset, right? And he posted the same picture, and I think we just missed each other, because I went there, took the picture, and then went down to the beach. So I don't know, maybe he saw me with Tim, maybe he didn't. I don't think he did. I don't know. I don't think he did. But I was literally there, like, it was just is not gonna happen in my reality. And she was like, no, you shouldn't think about it obsessively. And I'm like, that's not how manifestation works. Manifestation is not about being attached to something. Manifestation is about knowing that what you want, you've already created in your mind. It's already yours. And then ignoring the 3D, ignoring everything that happened prior. So I started manifesting because I wanted to prove to her that circumstances do not matter and that circumstances can change within the blink. Okay, I kept like snipping. I can't really do that in this video, but within the blink of an eye, circumstances can change. They do not matter. She did not believe me, of course. And I don't want to say that I believe, like I knew it was gonna work, but I was thinking, I didn't necessarily think it was gonna happen in that time frame because I only had a week left. But guys, the universe does not know time. But I was thinking maybe in 3-4 months, maybe if we're both there again, you know. And it also kept reminding me of like the story that my mom and dad met. And I don't know, I was just thinking like, this is not the end of that story. This is gonna be like a funny story that we can tell our kids. No, but like I was just okay. So then I was manifesting. What did I do to manifest? I kept visualizing a scene in my head at night before going to bed, or sometimes throughout the day. I didn't think about it all day, just like, you know, throughout the day, at night, sometimes, whatever. I was very detached also because I literally just started doing this for fun and to show my friend that manifestation is real and that we create our own reality. So I just took all the advice ever that I saw on YouTube and started applying it. And I had this belief beforehand that I'm not good at manifesting. I just dropped all these beliefs and just started doing it. So I visualized a scene in my head of me and him making out on a bench in the corner of a bar. And it was a good makeout. I visualized it being very good. Then I told myself things like affirmations, like whoever I want wants me back. He's interested. Of course he's interested. How could he not be interested in me? Those are the things that I kept repeating. Like I flipped. I changed the story that I had in my head around like me being boring or whatever it was that I told myself. So I was like, okay, I'm not kidding. As soon as I started manifesting, I started seeing signs. The first sign, and it's gonna sound super silly, but the first sign was he posted on his story literally the second that I started manifesting it. And before that, he didn't ever post anything on his story. Second, he liked my story. Never did that before. Or like, I think maybe before maybe he had like in the very beginning stages, but then after he blew me off, he didn't do that anymore. So liked my story. Like 2 of my stories actually. And then okay, and like those were all the signs, right? So I was like, okay, I think this is working. So I kept showing my friend the signs, but she was still not convinced. And I don't want to say it was a bet. It was not a bet. It was more like, I'm gonna show you that circumstances don't matter and that anything can happen and that it can happen in an instant. So she was like, when did you win? And I'm like, when him and I did something together, like we hooked up or we made out or whatever, right? That's when I won. But like, it wasn't a bet. I don't like making bets about people. Like, that's like messed up. It's a person, you know. It was more just like I believe that this can happen. In fact, it already did because I created it go into detail because that's a bit too much for the internet, but I had a great night. And I literally manifested what ended up happening, which is I walked back to the city and we hung out, and how much tea should I give you guys? How much tea should I give you? I kind of have to get into my call too, and like I'm probably gonna resume this later because I have some Jake tea and some German guy tea. Are we gonna call him German guy? I don't know. But basically I walked all the way there because I was like, I'm here for one more day, 2 more days. I was into this guy the entire time, like thought he was hot, cool, whatever, right? of all, I'm gonna go back to Portugal anyway. I'm gonna move there. I decided that as well. Second of all, he's not even there for that long anymore, so I decided I'm gonna see him before I even move to Portugal. Third of all, circumstances don't matter. Circumstances do not matter. They don't. I literally realized that. And like, I'm a powerful manifester. You're a powerful manifester. If you don't believe in it, it's fine. But like, you're always manifesting whether you believe in it or not. It's something that you literally cannot turn off. It is our subconscious mind. So that's it. And now, so basically, if there's any new updates that are relevant, I could let you know what I'm manifesting, but I will let you know when it's in the 3D. Okay, so definitely this guy is on my priority right now when it comes to manifesting. But you know, then Jake. So a lot of you guys told me to break it off, and obviously before I knew about the law of assumption, I could have assumed differently. I don't know, and manifested, but I didn't even want to invest my energy into that anymore. So he got back from Mexico, and I told him that basically what I told you guys last time, I didn't want to be a secret. I didn't want to do this anymore, and basically broke it off. And then I ended up sending him a playlist of songs that remind me of him, and everybody was like, why did you do this? He's gonna think that you're trying to like not get back together. We weren't together, but you know, you're trying like, and he was confused as well. But for me it was like, well, those are songs that remind me of our connection, of our past. You should have it. So, you know, just to think back on it, I don't hate him. I'm not trying to like say that I don't ever want to see him. So basically, here's what happened. I told him, if you're ever in Europe, hit me up. We can hang out. But I'm not doing this texting back and forth Snapchat affair while he basically has a girlfriend who doesn't know about it and who he didn't talk to, and she probably thinks they're exclusive. Obviously I can't control like if he is texting someone else now, but I did my part in telling him I don't want this. I'm nobody's secret. I'm too good to be anybody's secret. I want to be shown off. And even if we were just friends and we were just talking as friends, I don't want to be a secret. Like, I have male friends that have girlfriends that know that well, actually I just have one really good male friend that has a girlfriend, but even in the past, like, I don't want to be a secret. So broke things off with Jake. I hope you guys are proud of me. Applause. A little applause there. Oh, by the way, the reason that Matt, I didn't want to go into detail, but I guess he did have good reasoning to not text me, but there's never a good reason to not text me. I'm not claiming that. So he told me some reasons, but those are all circumstances, so whatever. I kind of guess I did understand it and whatever, but it doesn't matter anymore. That's the old story, and we're not affirming the old story. Then there's another guy that lives close to here that I've been talking to kind of accidentally, so I went on a dating app, and it wouldn't show me my newest matches. It was like before the whole thing with Matt and Tim and whatever, right? So it only showed me my old matches, and there was one that was close to here, even though I didn't even have the app when I was here. And then I looked at one profile randomly and decided, he's cute, I'm gonna text him. So we've been texting ever since, and fun fact, he actually moves. He's gonna move to my friend that I went to Portugal with, like basically her street. So that guy's not too far away, like literally 20-minute train ride. He's cute. We're talking. So far it seems like we are compatible, but I want my boy Matt. But I mean, I'm still living my life. I'm having fun. That's how I did it last time when I manifested. I just did my thing, and I didn't even think about it because you live in the state of the wish fulfilled. Like, I already got my manifestation, so I can do whatever. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I can make a separate video on this topic, but I literally just told my student, instead of doing English with another assumption, but I don't think that's the complete end of that. By the way, I was sad after breaking it off with him. Even though we just texted, it felt like, we're texting every day with somebody, like, it felt different. So I was sad. For like 3 or 4 days, I actually had to hold myself back not to text him. Yeah, I think he wished me happy birthday though. But yeah, I had to hold myself back not to text him, but I didn't. And because I wanted to see if in 3 or 4 days, if I'm still feeling it, and I wasn't. So I hope you guys are proud of me. And then we have Matt, my British manifestation boy story. Literally one of the oddest people I've ever seen. Like, for me, some sort of soulmate, probably. Feels like it. I don't know. It's an assumption. Assumption that some sort of soulmate. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. There was okay. There was a celebrity. So this guy was on a reality TV show, and I sometimes like his stories. I don't know. He's the only guy from that reality TV show that I follow on Instagram, so sometimes I just like his stories. So I guess he somehow got wind of my Instagram, and then he started watching my stories, and he did it for like 3 days straight. And then he wished me happy birthday. So I'm thinking if I should manifest a date with him. Like, I don't even need like a relationship. Like, I just want to go on a date with this guy. But then I want to focus on Matt right now. But because like I can actually see Matt and I, like, when we had that night together, it didn't feel like one night thing. It felt like the beginning of a beautiful relationship. That's what it felt like, and I'm claiming that energy. But I did think about, maybe I should manifest like a date with that reality TV character. Not character, I'm sorry, guy. I'm not telling you who it is though. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, you can manifest celebrities as well. You can manifest anything. I'm manifesting for you to watch till the end of this video. Yeah, so, and then there's Germany boy. I'm gonna give him another name. Maybe if something happened with him, like in the future, because right now we're just texting, talking. It's good though. And I think I'm gonna hang out with him like probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks, because I'm leaving to go on vacation the last week of June. So we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, so far Matt is my favorite, but maybe you have another favorite. So let me know in the comments. Paris boy is kind of cute too, and Paris boy did put in the effort and asked me multiple times now to hang out again. I don't think he knows about my relationship though, and I don't know really how to tell him because of the English language barrier, but I'll deal with that when it's time. Okay guys, I'm tired. I want to make a smoothie. I need to make a thumbnail. Hopefully I can make a good thumbnail. Of course I'm gonna make a good thumbnail. I'm gonna make the best thumbnail ever. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was all over the place, energetic, but I know you liked it. I know you enjoyed it. I will hit you with new updates when there are some. I wanted to upload this video today, but it's probably going to be more up tomorrow, which is fine. It's the 1st of June. 1st of June tomorrow. Crazy. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I love this community so much. Let me know if you want a private tarot reading. Email me. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful